Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines. And for the Detroit Pistons, they come into tonight's game after the loss. And here's Doncic from the arc. Here's Thompson, and it's good from the elbow. Thompson's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Pistons. Here's Doncic. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Oh, Stan, this should be a fun one. A clash at the center position.
Yeah, and Kevin, the way the game has changed, we don't see these kind of big men matchups much anymore. And so it's great to see one where two great big guys going at it, and they're going to go after each other.
And Stan, you know what you're talking about. You've had the opportunity to coach some great big men.
Oh, I have. I had Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, Andre Drummond. I seem to always have good centers.
And so it's the Lakers with it. Following the miss by Cade Cunningham. Pass to Johnson. 6 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And when you have this kind of size as a point guard, what a tremendous advantage. Magic can really match up with all 5 positions.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
He gets it in there.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
No good on the 3. Detroit with the ball. As the son of 2 professional athletes, Stan, Jaden Ivey was raised around sports. He knows the culture.
Yeah, that's an understatement, Kevin. His grandfather and father both played professional football. His mom played in the WNBA. She's now a college coach, but she also spent some time as an assistant with the Grizzlies. This guy has had sports from the time he was born.
Stolen by Thompson. Here's Duren. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
To the middle. And Duren slams it in.
Physical play by Duren at the rim, which doesn't allow much room for interference.
Out to Doncic. Those 3-pointers off the mark. The Pistons leading. Cunningham outside. Poke loose. It's stolen by Reddish. Johnson outside. Lakers working the ball around now. Wolf shot's good.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Doncic with the block.
The anticipation is there for Luka on defense.
Here's Ivey. Pass to Holland. That's tipped. Vanderbilt with the steal. And Here's James outside. Hits it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
At the top of the key, Thompson. It's back to Hill. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
The drive by James. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Grant Hill picks one up. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
And it goes down 2 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Here's James. On the wing, James. And the three off target. The Pistons trailing. And Jared Vanderbilt gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul. Pistons substitution, number 2.
There's 53 seconds left in the first. And stolen by James. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And James throws it down.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Ivy, no one around him. Drills the three-pointer.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
.23 seconds left to play here in the first. The drive by James, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Los Angeles shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Pistons trailed by 3. Johnson outside. This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much. And really, as solid as he's been at the line, I had already chalked those points up. Those to show you, though, don't take anything for granted.
And so, both teams trading by.
17.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Yeah, they really... trust their depth. They have no problem relying on their bench in crucial situations.
And just too fast. Cunningham slices right through him.
On the wing, James. Got a hand on it. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it.
Substitution on the court.
And the Pistons with possession here. They trail by 1. That's a 2 from Cunningham. Again, the Pistons score.
And I like how composed Cunningham is. Lets the game and his shots come to him.
Coach, it didn't take long for Cade Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him so he had to step up. And I've never heard Cade Cunningham blame anyone else for the team's struggles. He's got everything you could want in a team leader.
Back to Richards. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Luka Doncic.
And that's how you want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
And Cunningham's size at his position allows him to see over defenders and find his teammates.
And here's Doncic from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Detroit?
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
Kennedy, good.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind. It's fun to watch.
And Ivy, just so difficult to corral. Sometimes you have to foul him and hope he misses.
And he can't hit the second. Here's Doncic. Excellent D there from Hill. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Inside, Turin.
Well, Cunningham has such a great feel for the game. Reads his teammates' movements really well.
And they double up Doncic. Johnson outside. Lets the three fly. Rebound, Detroit. Bounce pass from Cunningham. Hill has the open look. No good with the triple. Lakers trailed by 3. Luka on the move. That's tipped.
Oh, nice swat there from Ivy. Love seeing guards like him come up big on defense. Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Hill, no good.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Reddish's shot is good.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Pistons trailed by 3. Johnson, a wide open look, misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
On the wing, James. Right wing, pass to Johnson. A three-pointer off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Johnson gets the bucket.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Stan, you just said this. One thing about Fontecchio, he can flat out score the ball. Wow.
Yeah, Kevin, he's really a consistent shooter, but he can score in other ways as well. You'd like to see him get to the free throw line more, but that might just be a little nitpick.
And J.J. Redick is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Substitution for your Lakers.
1:30 left in the second quarter. It's deflected. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Now here's Thompson. Pass to Duren. The kick out to Hill. Here he goes. Thompson right side. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Johnson. Vanderbilt with the rebound. There's 48 seconds left here in the second. Down low. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game.
Los Angeles foul. Kennedy. That's his first personal foul. The 4th team foul.
And here is Johnson. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Duren.
And he got off to a nice start, but has slowed down here in the second quarter.
Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Duren's got 10.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here's James outside. And good coming off the assist by Magic Johnson. This tug-of-war game continues.
And guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Lakers lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Pass to Duren. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. Now James lays it up off the glass. James has got the first field goal of the second half for the Lakers.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Hill, no good.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. That one goes in. 6 points for him.
Well, teammates appreciate that kind of hustle on the break. Good work by Cunningham getting up the floor.
Pass to James. Now Hayes. Duren pulls it in. And Jared Vanderbilt gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul. First team.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Here's Cunningham. And he drives in.
Yeah, once he gets momentum going towards the rim, Cunningham is hard to veer off course.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
All Laker fans, time to cheer on your Lakers hype squad. Let me hear you right now. Get foul back on the court. Your hype squad. Your Lakers hype squad.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Holland with the rebound.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his third foul of the game. Here's Duren. And he uses the glass on the layup. And it's a 3-point Piston lead.
Well, the defense is right there, but Duren doesn't care.
Here's Doncic. Thompson with the rebound.
Not a great start to the second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Duren, no good.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Stan, we talk about this every night. So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, oh, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
Here's Doncic to stop the run. Oh, an easy 2 from Doncic.
Creating space, Doncic will move defenders around.
To the paint. Here's Duren. A second chance effort. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Drills it from outside. Cunningham's got 7 now in this quarter.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Back to Boozer. Kicks it out to Johnson. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Johnson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Pass to Hill. Knocked away. Oh, here comes Johnson all alone. Lays it in off the breakaway. Johnson's got 9 points.
And great steal and look ahead there. Compared to most guys his age, Doncic sees the game at another level.
Here's Johnson. Pass to Ivy. Takes it inside. And slam dunk by Ivy.
Well, just slicing his way to the rim. Just look at this kid, Ivy, go. Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
And the foul on Magic Johnson. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. 3rd team foul.
On defense, the Lakers. A 2-point game.
Number 77.
Ivy on the wing. Off target from 3-point range.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Reddish's shot is good.
And some kind of switch must have been flipped at halftime because both teams are getting after it.
Yeah, and you can feel the pace picking up in this second half. Both teams have dialed up the intensity.
Doncic with it. Wide open look here for Murray. Vanderbilt gets a wide open look. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. .43 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Good on the 3-point shot. And it's 6 points for Johnson.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Pass to Doncic. There's the triple. That shot off.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
What determination from Doncic, pushing his shot through despite some stiff defense to draw the foul.
And he's good on the second. Pass to Hill. Takes a three. It's good from long range. Hill's got 5 points so far. Doncic left side. And so it's the Detroit Pistons bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've got
58.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Los Angeles. They trail by 7. Pass to Reddish. Screen by Boozer. Johnson outside. A three-pointer, no good.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And, Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul.
Here is Cunningham. Pass to Richards. It's stolen by Johnson.
How about the reaction time on that pass? Quick. And what good work there to get in the way of it.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Nailed from three-point land.
Well, it's only his second three of the night. If he's going to heat up, the second half is a great time to do it. Well, with his team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
The kick out to Cunningham. Moves back up. Doncic with the steal. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
That's his first.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
And also, they continue to take advantage on the offensive glass. Those extra possessions paying off in second chance points.
Hits the three-point bomb.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Pass to Ivy. Back to Cunningham. Here's Thompson. Doncic with the steal. Johnson with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Doncic outside. And out of bounds. The Pistons will take it. And J.B. Bickerstaff is called a timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, thanks. During that last break, I listened in to J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can give. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's not taking any chances. He wants to huddle him up right away.
There you go, everyone. Let's hear it for you. Now into the lineup.
The Lakers trade.
Number 2.
Johnson outside. The shot goes down and gets this game back to even.
He was scuffling with his shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
Pass to Hill. Cunningham for three. They get it again. And Duren slams it in.
Well, the numbers will show that Duren is one of the top offensive rebounders in the game. He is a high-motor player. Well, he can play the four because he gets off the ground so well.
Here's Cunningham, and they double up Cunningham. Pass to Holland. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Holland got his first bucket in this one.
That's just good fundamentals from Cunningham. When a guy is that open, you gotta get it to him.
To the right side. Out to Doncic. Clock at 4. And they double up Doncic. Rebounded by the Pistons. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Thompson outside. The kick out to Cunningham. And it's off from three-point range. 1:52 left in the game. And the dunk by Boozer.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
And the foul on Magic Johnson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team.
1:37 left in the fourth. Cunningham on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Duren. That shot, no good. Good D by Boozer. Here's Johnson. That misses off the backboard.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
It's stolen by Vanderbilt. Doncic left side. And they double up Doncic. Here's Johnson. Yes!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Duren. Boozer with the rebound.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him.
And they double up Doncic. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Boozer can't get it to go. And Detroit has possession. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the gap to 1. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
And that's an intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, at this point, they're going to have to go for the 3 and try to force OT.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. What do you think Coach's focus is going to be here?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
Pass to Duren. The kick out to Cunningham. Bullseye! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. 2K Sports. Back in a moment here in... These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. It's Boozer missing. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Deep 2 from Hill. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Lakers. Here's Reddish. Doncic outside. Lock at 6. There's the 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Here's Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Well, that's the kind of assertive play you want to see more of.
Banked in off the glass.
Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
Here's Cunningham. Gets to the hoop. Drops in the layup for 2. Cunningham's got 19 points.
Well, this is the story of the night for that defense. They have not been able to contain Cunningham.
Back to Doncic. Pass to Reddish. It's stolen by Hill. Thompson, high post. And there's the drive. Here's Durant. That one doesn't drop. Great tee that time from Johnson. Doncic with it. Outside Boozer. Pass to Wolf. It's up a 3. It's money from deep. They're on cloud 9.
That was a huge lift for this crowd.
Here's Hill with the drive. It's rebounded by Doncic. Here's Boozer. Back to Doncic. Duran pulls it in. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Thompson outside. Ball's not loose. It's stolen by Reddish. For the finish. Money!
And they do have a foul to give.
And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick lead.
It's Hill on the wing. And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that brings them within 2 here. And he is unable to get the second one. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And J.J. Redick is called timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. possession. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. 8 seconds left to play in the first overtime. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
And so it's the Lakers who come up.